Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a quick video to establish CI/CD infra on Azure, that's continuous integration and continuous deployment. This video builds on top of my last video where we did everything in 15 minutes, and you might want to check it if you want to reach here where we are on this page. On the center we have our web application on a public facing domain. On the left we have our Azure resources, and on the right we have the DevOps portal. And so right now the configuration is such that I push my code from local to Azure DevOps on my repo, and then there is a build pipeline that builds and registers the image on Azure Docker container, and my web application on Azure, that's a resource that picks the image from Azure container registry that which has the image that's registered after we build from the Azure DevOps. So if you want to know how we did this, the previous video is the one. But if you want to understand how to do a CI/CD, as in now whenever I want to push my code from local to master on Azure repos, the pipeline should automatically run and deployment should happen such that the web app on the public facing dynamically changes in real time without any intervention from our side. So first step is to go to Azure DevOps and go to pipelines and open an existing pipeline that you want to convert to CI/CD, and then click on edit button to open the YAML configuration. And over there, all we need to do is make sure that it has trigger, and then under trigger, that's on line 5 for us, we have the name of the branch. So this will ensure that whenever there is a new commit to this branch, in our case master, the pipeline will automatically get triggered, and that is all. That's how CI part is done. So that's continuous integration. Every time there is a commit on the master branch, the pipeline will run and perform a build operation, and that will create an image, and that image will be registered on Azure Container Registry. Now all we need to do is to ensure that continuous deployments happen. So let's push our code and see what's the current scenario. So right now our privacy policy looks like this on web app. I'm going to modify this. Now these are the new changes, and if I refresh, they reflect on local host. Now I want to push these changes and test if my continuous integration is working. So let's do that. So I have committed the changes. I'll just do git push, and it's pushed. Let's check Azure DevOps. So if I refresh my pipelines, I'm seeing that it's running now, and it just started just now. And in repos, um, I can see in progress mark, and if I go to history, I can see the new commit being merged on the master. So all good. Continuous integration is doing its part. Now let's see how we can ensure that the continuous deployment part takes care of itself as well. So now on Azure portal, I am on my web application resource, and over here it's in the running state. And what I want to do is I want to make a deployment using the new image we just uploaded by running the build pipeline on our Azure Container Registry. So in deployment center, we have this facility where we have the image we are picking based on tag. So the container type is single container, registry source is Azure Container Registry. Then we have a subscription and registry name, that's just one. Then on images, it's just my profile. But on tag, I have new tag. Now I have 19 available. And if I select this, this will deploy the new image or the new code that we checked in. And just below that, we have the option to do continuous deployment enable as yes or no. Right now it's on no. You can select it as yes, and that will ensure that the new versions are picked automatically. Now if I were to refresh my page on privacy policy, it's going to take some time as my web application is restarting, even though it's not, but it's in the process of changing its image file. So there will be an intermittent service down for us. Once the websites are able to refresh and connect to the web app, we are able to see that the privacy policy have the new changes. Now let's make sure that we are switching the continuous deployment on, and that completes our CI/CD infra setup. So now we are able to do continuous integration and continuous deployment. All we need to do is push our code to master branch, and the portal in real time will take care of itself.